He pulled away right when everything felt perfect, didn't he? You thought you were finally safe to let your guard down, and then suddenly, his energy changed. Why did that happen? Let me tell you exactly why, from a man's perspective. It wasn't random, okay? Men don't pull back because, he was feeling confused. No, he pulled back because he got the emotional high he was chasing. And now he's simply scared of the responsibility that comes next. You became real in his life, and real requires effort. So instead of showing up, he retreats. And here's what it looks like right before he starts to pull away, so pay attention. The three main signs. He starts taking longer to reply. He stops planning dates. And he goes from, I miss you, to, sorry, I've just been really busy. And you did nothing wrong, by the way. You simply crossed into territory that he was not willing to build on. But there's still one question. Why did he chase so hard in the beginning? I'm going to tell you why. Because chasing you made him feel wanted, but keeping you would have required him to shape up and become someone. And he simply wasn't ready for that.
One common mistake a lot of women make in relationships is when a guy starts pulling away from them, they start panicking, they start chasing him, they start calling, texting, doing the most to get to this guy who is deliberately pulling away from them. If you're in a relationship with a guy and you realize he starts pulling away after getting close, make sure you watch this video till the end. So many women have experienced this. You're either in the talking stage or the dating stage or in a relationship with a guy, and out of a sudden you notice he starts pulling away after he had shown you so much interest and you don't know why. This video is going to clear all your doubts. A lot of men are coming out to expose why men pull away after showing you interest. I'm going to roll the clip, let us watch, and I'll be sharing my thoughts at the end of the video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Drop your thoughts in the comment section and let us dive into it.
This is exactly why a man will chase you up and down like crazy, and then out of literally nowhere, he'll ghost you. The chase is always exciting, hot, and intense at first. He's texting you consistently. He's making plans to see you. He's asking you if you're down to go out of the country, even though he's never been out of the country. And then all of a sudden, the effort starts to vanish. You're thinking maybe it's different this time, but then you start realizing that his energy is now shifting. He's taking hours to respond when at first he would respond damn near immediately. He's no longer returning your calls. He's taking days to respond, and he's telling you that he's busy or he's in a weird headspace. The reason for that is because men who chase adventure. They don't chase something real, authentic, raw, or wholesome. A lot of men want safety and excitement from the same person, but once that person starts feeling a little too safe, men who are chasers will see that as boring, so they take a few steps back. The way I would best describe the chase is it's kind of like a movie trailer. A movie trailer has fast cuts to the dramatic scenes, the sex scenes, the intense, exciting scenes, the plot twists, all that good shit. But then that movie trailer turns into the full-length movie feature where now the routine and responsibility is required, and that's when a lot of men bail out. And that's exactly why a lot of guys fall for women who they barely even know. They're not in love with you, they're in love with the romanticized version and idea of you that they've created in their subconscious. They're in love with the idea, the fantasy, and the chase, but once they start getting close enough to you to where they see who you truly and authentically are, that is when they ghost. And the irony of it all is once a man is done chasing a woman, he will more than likely chase another woman, not because the other woman is better than the current woman, but rather because the chase is now resetting itself. It's a new woman, a new thrill, a new storyline, a new plot, a new everything, a new experience. This is why I get on here and I preach that men should not be chasing, and you shouldn't be expecting a man to chase you because that's the wrong kind of man. Men, if they're interested in a woman, should pursue, not chase.
Why do men try so hard just to pull back? Welcome to the Daddy Academy. You have to understand a little bit about the man dating experience to understand this. Men like a little bit of a chase. They like accomplishing. They like new. They like the new shiny things. Typically, not all guys are like this, but for the most part. So when the new shiny toy comes around, they want to get the toy. Okay, they want to win that toy. They want to, whatever they got to do. So they will put in the effort. But similar to the Tinks box theory, which I've referenced before, I call it the bucket theory in my own words. But a lot of guys, right away when they meet you, they know roughly what you are to them. They know if you're just going to be a hookup person, someone who they're going to try to get on those dates and get the hookup, or they know that you're someone who they're going to take seriously and might want to potentially date and kind of see where that goes. But that does have to do with a lot of factors. Like, are they at a point in their life where they're looking for a serious relationship or they're not? These are things that you have to vet out on a date with somebody, which is why I say you have to go out with somebody to know their true intentions. But this is sort of how guys will categorize you pretty quickly off the bat. And this could even just be from seeing your pictures on Instagram, on a dating app. Like, they'll know pretty quickly. Obviously, on the date and once they meet you, that could change. But in their minds, they have a bit of an idea off the bat. So when you'll see this, when a guy tries really hard and then pulls back, this is a scenario where he categorizes you off the bat as a hookup girl or just someone just to have fun with, see what happens. And they will pursue pretty intensely. And I always say this is around a month. It takes about a month, and then you'll see this pullback after 3 to 5 dates or so, because they did what they needed to do. They got you on the dates. And then after they hooked up, because that typically kind of happens within that time frame, after the hookup, they pull back. They pull back hard because they won. They got what they wanted. Some of you might say, oh, well, we didn't hook up, and he still pulled back after 3 to 5 dates. What's that about? Because you didn't hook up. It's the same thing. It's just the reverse. You didn't hook up, so he's like, fuck, I'm not going to waste my time, keep going with this. She's obviously after something serious. I'm not going to keep playing this game with her. I'll just bounce. And he'll just pull back. He'll leave. This is why I say you have to really observe behavior, okay? Because it takes the first 3 dates, you're still vetting, right? That's in-person vetting. There's vetting over the phone, then there's in-person vetting, okay? So you need to see those 3 dates, see how it's going. Don't give in to the hookup if you're after something serious. I mean, you could hook up. I'm not saying that it wouldn't work out, but it's more of a risk. And then from there, after 3 dates, okay, now we're starting. Now you observe, you see what's going on, and then you kind of read the scenario from there. A man can only keep up a charade for so long, okay? If there are other options, if he has other options, he's not going to keep trying to get you if he feels like it's a lost cause. I'm not saying as a woman you should play games, but you're just protecting yourself, protecting your peace. If you're after a serious relationship and you want to be a little extra careful here. A man doesn't mind waiting if he wants something serious with you for intimacy. There is a time where it's like, okay, come on, we're adults here. What the fuck's going on? But like, there's a threshold. If you wait around till 2 months, you're gonna cut off a lot of guys who are after just casual, who put you in the bucket of hookup, and you'll lose a lot of guys, but in a good way, because they never wanted to truly get to know you for something serious anyway. But a counterpoint, I'm going to defend the men here, okay? Because I do see this a lot as well, okay? So ladies, I'm pointing the finger at you now. Sometimes the reason why a guy will pull back is if he feels underappreciated and he's not feeling the proper amount of reciprocation in order to continue pursuing. This is the one healthy reason why a man will pull back, okay? It's because he's been putting in effort, true effort, okay? And you know if a guy's putting in actual effort or not. And you are playing games with him or trying to play games with him to maintain control, and you're not giving him the proper amount of reciprocation. Like I say, if the guy's doing all the right things, you got to throw the dog a bone, okay? You're not pursuing, you're not setting up dates, you're not buying him shit, but you have to make him feel as though he's doing the right things, and you are giving him the proper amount of affection, reciprocation, and this is as far as how you're communicating with him. I'm not saying you have to do shit for the guy, but if he's doing all the right things, you have to show him that you like him and that you like the way that things are going. That is very important, okay? You cannot let a guy pursue, and he doesn't really know where he stands with you after 3 to 5 dates. You have to give him a little something, and that's not intimacy. That's not intimacy, but he needs to know that you like what he's doing and that things are heading in a positive direction. If you are playing games being way too cold with a guy, you will lose a good guy that way. You will lose a guy that way. And listen, it's a fine line here. You got to thread that needle, but that's game, baby. That's what you got to learn to do. I'd rather you go a little far with words of like being appreciative and saying things like that before the intimacy, because that could always come later. But like thanking a guy, being really appreciative for what he's doing, like making it known that you like the directions of things if the guy is doing all the right things, is crucial. Is crucial because you will lose a quality guy that way if he feels underappreciated and he's just spinning his wheels and he doesn't know where he stands with you.
When a man starts pulling away, you need to start finding a new one. When a man is pulling away, he's pulling away because you're not what he wants. And he's just doing it slowly so he just doesn't straight up ghost you. Okay? It's for a reason. So if you feel him trying to pull away, he's trying to be nice to you, basically. So you should take that as a red flag to start dating other men. Okay? You feel that first pull, go. Start dating the next one. You can still date him until he's gone. Get you a couple more dates out of him, but still be setting up new stuff with new people. Push him. Exactly. Look. Well, I'm not gonna push him yet. I'll let him think, you can just ghost him. If you meet somebody better. I love this gold digging cult. Shira, I was so upset with you, but you turned out to be so right. Don't be mad at me. The only reason I can tell you guys this is because I'm old and I've lived it. I've seen other people live it. So I'm not going to tell you something that I know I haven't seen 1,000 times over. Okay? There's a pattern. There's a certain pattern to things. And with every situation, the same pattern occurs. Therefore, you can predict the outcome. That's how they predict the weather. Sometimes the weather is not always right, but majority of the time it is. Okay? So just think about it like that. If it says it's going to rain on the news, you take your umbrella, right? You don't say, oh, it's not going to rain, and go out in sandals and don't take any umbrella and leave your top down on your car. You don't do that. You prepare just in case. And when it does happen, or if something does happen, you already prepared for the situation and handle it and come out on top.
Never trust a man that does this. I don't care how much he says he likes you. I don't care how much you two get along. The moment he does this, it's done. Because this is the most disrespectful thing. Never trust a guy that just disappears with no explanation, that just ghosts you. And I'm about to tell you why. Because the reason goes a lot deeper than you think. The guy that goes ghost doesn't respect you, because I don't care how difficult life gets. I don't care how uninterested in you he is. It is human decency to at least let someone know what's going on. But here is the mistake most women make, and you're probably also making this mistake, so listen closely. And the mistake is you are too forgiving. He ghosts you, comes back, says a few nice things, and you're okay with it. No, he ghosted you and came back not because he misses you. He ghosted you and came back because the woman he really wanted did not want him back. And listen, I don't care what anybody says. Ghosting is a manipulation technique.
Men pull away when they're bored and can predict you, and they're just knowing you're not the one. And it's hard to, thank you, Sprinkle. It's hard to keep one. Just, what did you do with this money? You got his money? What you doing with the money? If you act like you don't care that he's pulling away, perhaps that probably is going to be best, because he obviously is not happy in the relationship. Maybe he thinks he's the prize and you're not doing enough for him. And, some men are just not going to be with you. They're just not. You're just going to have to move on and get another one. You shouldn't be doing anything extra, because to me, when a man starts pulling away to try to get you to behave in a certain way, he's trying to train you or get you to do something that your normal standards do not allow you to do. Because they think, oh, he's pulling away, now I need to act right, or I need to change my standards. Nope, you don't change those standards. You just go find someone else that can meet them and move on. Because men try to play little games, by acting weird or pulling away or whatever, because they want you to change. Nope, stay the same. The only thing you're going to change is, your company. I don't men try to control you through emotions and through their actions. They know exactly what gets to you. If ignoring you gets to you, that's what they're going to do. So just try to act like you don't even realize it. Tell them what you want for your birthday and ask them for money. Keep doing the same thing. Okay.
The guy that you're talking to is pulling back only because of this reason right here. Also, I'm Chris. I'm a dating coach. If this app goes away, go follow me on my Instagram. It's Dating with Chris. He's actually pulling away for two reasons. One, there's someone else. And two, he doesn't want to commit. He's also the type of guy that'll sit and be in your bed one morning and then go and leave your apartment, kiss you on the forehead, and go text another girl. And you've sat here and you've caught him in these lies and in these situations, but you haven't left yet. What are you waiting for?
What to do when he pulls away. Watch the whole video, save it, absorb it, watch it again, because this is what you needed to hear. He is not interested in you, okay? That's why he's pulling away, or he has lost interest in you. I know that's hard to hear. I have to tell you that first, because the hope and dream that it's not what you think it is and it's just some big misunderstanding is what's going to make you make the wrong decisions. And I want to help you make the right decisions. He's not pulling away because he's not ready for a relationship right now and he's just overwhelmed with thought and emotion. He just doesn't like you that much. I'm going to teach you how to flip the script, okay? And at the very least, even if you don't end up with him, at least you're not with someone who doesn't actually like you. If he pulls away or he's asking for space, right? You need to give him more space than he's even asked for. You need to pull away more than he could possibly ever pull. What do I mean by that? He's pulling away, right? If he's still interested in you, because he has an understanding that your anxiety is going to make you so anxious that you come to him and start chasing after him. But if you interrupt your patterns, he's going to go, whoa, 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 whoa. I only pulled away so that you could come to me. You're not coming to me. What's going on here? Whoa, like you're not sticking to the script here. You could come back. When he pulls away, you act as if you didn't even notice. You continue living your life and enjoying it to the fullest. You better be posting stories, videos of you having fun, going out with friends. You don't got to be at the club or nothing, but you go out to eat, you have fun, you spend time with your family. Make it seem like your life has continued going on at the same great pace and amazing quality that it's been even before you met him. He'll start to become confused and go, wait. You weren't supposed to be better off without, do you remember? Do you know that I'm not texting you or call? What's going on? He'll start to wonder why you haven't noticed that he's pulled away from you, in which then he's going to hit you back up and be like, yo, yeah, I just needed space. Yeah, I'm just not really feeling you. He wants to push the envelope so you really feel bad about the situation and feel like he's not there for you anymore. You do not answer or respond to a guy who's trying to pull away from you or acknowledge that he's even pulled away from you until he comes back begging for your attention with action.
So besties, there are so many reasons why a man will decide to pull away after getting close or after showing you interest. It's the first point why a guy will pull away after showing interest in you is because he hasn't gotten what he wanted from you. There are a lot of men who come into your life because they want to sleep with you, they want sex, and when they finally realize they have been investing money, time, effort and energy on you and they are not getting sex in return, these men are going to pull back their energy. They are going to stop texting you, they'll stop calling, stop keeping in touch with you because he realized you're hard to manipulate, you're hard to control, he hasn't gotten what he wanted from you and you're probably never going to give it to him. That's why he decided to pull his energy back. A lot of you are not expecting this, but this is what a lot of men do. When they see that you're difficult, you're not willing to give yourself, your body to them, you're not willing to sleep with them, and they have been spending money, time, energy, effort, energy on you, and they realize that they have been doing this in vain because you're not willing to sleep with these men, they are going to pull their energy back. But the first reason why a guy comes to you is because he wants to sleep with you. When a man sees you, the first thing that comes to his mind is sex. And most of these men, they have a strategy they are going to use to get in between your legs. This guy will be coming with the intention of spending money on you to sleep with you, and he will put up a facade to get whatever he wants from you. This guy will pretend to be serious, pretend to be the perfect gentleman. They always have an act. They will always put up an act to show you that they are serious. And when this guy sees that his act isn't getting him sex, he's been playing the role of the perfect gentleman, doing the most, spending his money on you, and you're not giving him sex, he is going to give up. He's going to pull his energy back because he sees himself investing in something that he's going to get nothing in return. And because you're not sleeping with him, he feels like he's wasting his time. So he's going to pull his energy back and look for a girl who he can easily manipulate, and look for a girl who he can easily play that game with, and she will easily fall for it and give herself to him. Most men, they do this. So most of the times when the guy pulls his energy back, it's because you're not willing to sleep with him, and he knows you're not going to sleep with him, and he feels like he's wasting his time putting up this facade of being a perfect gentleman to get you, and you're not falling for it, you're not falling for his game. When a man knows you're not falling for his game and he cannot manipulate you, he wouldn't waste his time trying to force it, because he sees that you're not going to give it to him. Especially if it's a guy who wants sex from you, who came purposely for sex. This guy will one day give up. You just have to play the long game. Pretend and act like you're going to give it to him, but don't give it to him, and he's going to pull away. The next reason why a guy pulls away from you is because he found someone else. As hard as I'm saying it, a lot of women fail to understand that men have a roster. They don't just talk to one girl. A guy is communicating with you, he's communicating with 5 other women, he's in a talking stage with 5 other women, and even more. Some of these men want to use you as a rebound. Some of these men want to just sleep with you. Some of these men just want to use you, play you. Most of these men have another girl they are talking to, and when a guy pulls his energy from you, it's because his energy is focused on another person, on someone else. That's why he pulls away, because he's met someone who excites him. He's met someone who he likes more than you. He's met someone who he has more interest in. That's why he pulls his energy. When the conversation is getting shorter with you, it's getting longer with someone else. That's why you shouldn't worry when a man pulls away. You just need to stay in your feminine energy and let him do what he wants to do. Don't chase. The guy will come to you when he has problems with his girlfriend, his ex. He wants to use you as a rebound. When he finally sorts out the issues he has with his girlfriend, or he fixes the problems he has in his marriage or his relationship, he no longer needs you as a rebound. He no longer needs you to feed his ego. He is already happy with his partner, the person he was with before he met you. Now he needs to go back to whoever he was with. Now he pulls his energy from you and focuses on his relationship, on his marriage, or whatever situation he had with this woman. That's why you don't need to stress yourself about men pulling away, because most at times it has nothing to do with you. A man will also pull away when he's found someone who is willing to give him the things you're not willing to give him. Let's say this guy wanted sex from you and you're not willing to give him sex. He pulls away because he's met another girl who is willing to give him the free sex which you don't want to give him. Most of these men, they just want to sleep with women, and most of these men will do things because they want to sleep with you. And when they are doing these things and you're not willing to sleep with them, and they finally see a girl who is willing to give them sex, they are going to forget about you and go to this girl. And what I want you guys to understand is it's better to be the girl who he doesn't sleep with than to be the girl who he shows interest in just because you're giving him sex. Be the girl who is hard to get. Be the girl who is difficult. Be the one who he cannot have easily. He's going to respect you. He may not like you because he couldn't manipulate you or control you, but he will respect you at the end of the day, because deep in his mind he knows that you're not easy. Another reason why a man will pull away is fear of intimacy. He's feeling overwhelmed and vulnerable in relationships. There are so many men who don't want to feel vulnerable with a woman. They don't want to feel vulnerable in a relationship, and they are scared. When they start falling in love with you, they start catching feelings. Most of these men are not used to it. Some of these men are scared when they start catching feelings for you, so they want to pull away, especially if it's a guy who has been a player, a guy who has been an F-boy, who finds it hard to be intimate and vulnerable with a woman. When he finally sees himself catching feelings, falling in love, all of these things overwhelms him because he's new to it. He doesn't want to get into it because he's scared. So he's going to pull away. The next reason why a guy will pull away is because he's an emotionally unavailable man. Yes, most men are emotionally unavailable. They struggle with emotions, feelings, and forming connections with women. These men find it hard to do it, and it's because they are so used to with this lifestyle of being an F-boy, being emotionally unavailable, to the point where the minute they start getting close to catching feelings, the minute they start falling in love with a woman, they are scared of commitment. They withdraw. The next reason is because this guy is a commitment phobe. There are so many men who don't like commitment. They are scared of commitment, and commitment requires effort. It needs more than just the physical part. It needs you to be there emotionally and in other aspects. A lot of men are not willing to let go of their freedom to be with you. A lot of men want to stay in the streets. These men want to sleep with hoes. They don't want to be stuck and hooked on one girl. They want to be able to date whoever they want to date, sleep with whoever they want to sleep with, because they are scared of commitment. They don't want to be committed to one woman. He is a commitment phobe. That's why he has to pull away. That's why the minute he sees himself falling so deeply in love with you, he has to withdraw his energy, because that is who he is. A commitment phobe, an emotionally unavailable guy. He's scared. A relationship comes with a lot of responsibilities, and a man who is a commitment phobe doesn't want to deal with these responsibilities, so he will avoid long-term commitments, because being committed to you means he needs to be responsible. He needs to take upon certain responsibilities which he's not ready to do it. He doesn't want to do it. That's why he would deliberately pull away from you. Another reason why a guy will pull away is past experiences, past traumas from previous relationships, upbringing, all of these things. If he grew up from a dysfunctional family, there are a lot of men who are affected by past trauma, and because of their past experiences from bad relationships or toxic relationships, he is going to pull away because he's scared. All of this comes from fear. The next reason is communication. Most men have communication issues. They have a problem expressing their emotions, their feelings to a woman. Some of these men will rather just pull away and ghost you because he's a coward. He doesn't know how to communicate. He's finding it hard to communicate and tell you the whole truth. Now, rather than being honest and tell you he doesn't want a situation, he doesn't want a relationship, he will rather pull away, because he's finding it hard to express his feelings. He's finding it hard to communicate his true intentions towards you. This is what a lot of men do. Another reason why a guy will pull away is because he lost interest. As simple as it is, he lost interest. He feels uninterested and he feels disconnected from the relationship you guys have. Most men will pull away because they lost interest. This is one of the main reasons why a lot of men will pull away from any relationship, from a marriage, from any situation, because he lost interest. That's just it. Another reason is because he doesn't like you that much. He's not that into you. As sad as I'm saying it, a lot of men, when they finally get close to you, most of them, that dopamine, that excitement, all of those things drops. Now he needs another excitement. He needs something to excite him. Most men will rather chase dopamine than chase love. They are looking for the next new thing, something exciting. They are looking for excitement. When they finally get you, they lose interest. Now they want something new that is going to excite them. That is why they are going to pull away. They are going to pull away and go to someone else. If there's one advice I tell every woman is, don't be the type of girl who a man can easily forget. There are a lot of you who are so predictable. You don't have any mystery. You don't have any excitement. You are an open book to a guy. A guy knows everything about you. And when a man gets bored of you easily, he's going to forget about you. Be the type of girl who is hard to forget. A man should find it hard to move on from you. He should find it hard to forget about you. And the only way you're going to do it is by making yourself difficult. Make a challenge, not easy. A girl who is not cheap and easy, make sure you don't sleep with him. Most men do not forget the women they haven't slept with. That's why you see some guys will chase you for years and keep on chasing you because they haven't slept with you. Men are hunters, and when they haven't conquered you yet, you will always remain a challenge in their eyes because they haven't conquered you, they haven't slept with you. That's what will make you hard to forget. And it will be hard for this guy to lose interest in you. Even if he pulls away because he hasn't gotten sex from you, he will still spin the block once in a while to see if he can still get it, because he sees you as a project which he hasn't completed, as a conquest which he hasn't conquered. You have to stay the challenge. You have to remain a challenge. You have to be the conquest which he will never conquer. But if you make it so easy for him, if you sleep with him so easily, he's going to forget about you and move on to another girl, because in the back of his mind, you were easy to get, you were in a challenge, and he's going to get bored. He will lose interest and go to a girl who is going to give him excitement, who is going to be a mystery, who is going to be a challenge, who will give him something to chase. That's the kind of girl who he's going to go after. The last reason why a guy will pull away is because of personal issues. This guy may probably be going through stress, anxiety, and so many other personal issues which have nothing to do with you. When a man is going through personal problems, he wants to handle his shit together before he gets with you. Most of these men will want to handle whatever problems they are going through, because at that present moment he cannot focus his energy on you because he has so much on his table which he wants to sort out. And because he's going through these personal problems, probably he's having financial problems, family issues, whatever, work issues, he wants to handle these issues. Now he has to pull his energy to handle his personal stuffs before he can focus his energy on you. That's why he pulls away, and it has nothing to do with you. 90% of the times when a guy pulls away, it has nothing to do with you. Trust me. It has everything to do with him. That's why you shouldn't take it personal when a man pulls away. And what I will tell you guys is, when a man pulls away from you, the only thing you need to do is to not chase. Whatever energy a guy gives you, make sure you reciprocate that energy. If a man is pulling away from you, pull away from him and do it more. Pull away from him way more than he does it. If a guy pulls away from you with no explanations, nothing, you shouldn't be worried about it. You should be with another man. You shouldn't even notice it. You shouldn't even be worried about why he's pulling away. You should be with someone who wouldn't even pull away from you. You should be with a guy who is willing to put in energy, time, effort to make you feel secure, to reassure you in that relationship. If you're with a man who just gets up out of the blues and decides to pull away, do not chase him, because most men will deliberately pull away to cause you, to make you chase them. They are doing it deliberately because they want to manipulate you into chasing them. That's why they will pull their energy back after showing you interest. And when you start chasing them, now he feels like he's the king. He feels like he has you wrapped around his finger. He feels like he can now manipulate you. So make sure you do not chase this guy. Stay in your feminine energy. Mirror his energy. If he pulls away, make sure you do it more than he does it. Do it. Act like he doesn't even exist if you have to. Mirroring his energy, acting like him. So besties, we'll come to the end of this amazing video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Add more points if you have to. I'm dying to see them, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye. Love you.